Okay. There's an elefante in the room. You know I want to talk about. See, I had a problem. It was bad.
Yo, YouTube, what's going on? Trey again, y'all another video. Hope y'all having a very great day. Hope y'all having a very great week. My day is going absolutely stupendous. Big shout out to all the channel members and subscribers to the Trey King Show family. And much love to each and every last one of you all. And you all, we have a story out of Louisiana by way of Angie. And big shout out to everybody in the great state of Louisiana, everybody outside the great city of Angie. Now, before I start this story, I want to send a special thank you out to my channel members and also to my subscribers for sending me this story. And also, keep these stories coming. Now, you all, I'm not going to be long today, but I'm going to be very, very strong. And now, you all, I have a question I want to ask you. Have you ever in your life heard about an inmate receiving a life sentence just because they threw feces on a guard? Now, this story took place at the Rayburn Correctional Center inside the great city of Angie, Louisiana, where we have 37 years old, yes, Tamarcus Porter, who was recently convicted and also sentenced to life in prison just for throwing feces on two guards. And now what makes this story even more troubling, family, is the fact that Tamarcus Porter, 37 years old, was already serving, yes, a 20-year sentence for various charges. And they also say that Tamarcus Porter is a career criminal. So my question is this right here to all my people in the great state of Louisiana, and also to the New Orleans court system, and also to the Louisiana Department of Corrections. You all mean to tell me that this man, Tamarcus Porter, been in trouble his whole life, done caught various felonies, and you all didn't sentence him to a life sentence then. But the moment he reached inside of his toilet and threw feces on two guards, that's when you all decided to give this man a life sentence? You would have thought that you would have did that a long time ago. Now, this story is also very disturbing and also troubling, but it also goes to show you just how biased the criminal justice system can be. Because on one hand, we have a man who has been convicted, yes, of a slew of charges. But on the other hand, the moment he decides to throw fecal matter on a guard, that's when you all want to get this man a life sentence. Now, we're not questioning the fact that you all sentenced him to a life sentence, because as these charges are going to read out, you all going to see for yourself that he should have been received a life sentence. So, what was the need all of a sudden to give him a life sentence just because of what he had recently done? Now, anybody know anything about Louisiana prison system? Louisiana prison system is #1 in the world for its incarceration.
Louisiana is the world's prison capital. As we already know, the incarceration rate in the United States is ridiculous, but when you look at the incarceration rate in Louisiana, it's even worse. In fact, Louisiana's incarceration rate is 3 times that of Iran's, 7 times that of China's, and 10 times that of Germany's.
And not only do they lead the world in locking people up, but they also have the largest maximum security prison in the United States. And that prison goes by what? Yeah, somebody know it. Angola. So most likely, that's where Tamarcus Porter is heading, because they're going to ship him away from Rayburn Correctional Center. Anybody in Louisiana knows themselves that people that have a life sentence, most of those people go to Angola. Now, you got to think about this on one hand also. What possessed Tamarcus Porter to do this to these guards? Now, we may think that the guards may have been messing with him, or maybe Tamarcus Porter just felt that he had enough that day, and then he decided to retaliate against the guards. Now, they have a saying in the Louisiana prison system as far as when inmates throw feces on guards. Now, don't get mad at me, my family out there, because you all are always trying to hold my feet to the fire over every damn thing I say. But the term they use in the Louisiana prison system as far as inmates throwing fecal matter on guards is called, and pardon my French, it's called shit 'em down. That's exactly what it's called. Shit him down. Let's begin.
A Washington Parish inmate will spend the rest of his life behind bars after throwing feces at a correctional officer. 37-year-old Tamarcus Porter of New Orleans was found guilty after a 2-day trial, but this latest outburst seems to have been the final straw.
And now, family, it was reported that when this incident took place, it took place when a guard came on a tier and he gave Tamarcus Porter instructions to do something, but Tamarcus Porter refused to do it. But Tamarcus Porter reached inside of his toilet and grabbed a handful of feces and threw it at the guard. And he struck the guard in the face and also in the mouth and also on the arm and leg area. That's why it's called shit him down. And I'm not trying to curse anything like that, but I'm trying to let you all know what's the real term. And that's the real term they use for anyone who ever been to prison in Louisiana. That's exactly what they call it. Now, that's the reason why it's called shit him down. Because it's like when you wet somebody down, guess what? They wet from what? From head to toe. So when you shit them down, guess what? They also shitty from head to toe. But Tamarcus Porter wasn't done yet. Now, after Tamarcus Porter threw feces on the first guard, that's when the guard hit his panic button and another guard came on a tear. But Tamarcus Porter reached back inside of his toilet, yes, you all know where I'm about to go right now, and grabbed some more boo-boo and threw it on that guard also, striking that guard in the face and all over the damn chest area. Think about that. I mean, how much shit can one person have and how much shit can one person take? So, quite naturally, if you got that much energy to throw at guards and throw fecal matter at them, guess what? The state of Louisiana is going to deal with you. But on the real though, you would think that if a guy's already serving a 20-year sentence, why sit up there and make problems even worse for yourself? Why sit up there and add to it? And add to it, he definitely did. Now think about his family that is waiting on him, saying that my baby only got 15 years left or 10 years left. And then come to find out, they get a phone call letting them know that that 10 or 15 years that he had left turned into a life sentence, all because he won't throw feces on a guard. Let's close up.
Porter was already serving 20 years at the Rayburn Correctional Center. He had 8 sentences for 5 separate guilty charges, including manslaughter, battery, sexual battery, gun charges, even bringing contraband into the prison twice, and much more. But again, now set to spend the rest of his life behind bars.
And now in closing, I know you all heard all of those charges that the news reporter was reading off on Tamarcus Porter. But Tamarcus Porter also was charged with 1 count of manslaughter, aggravated second-degree battery, 4 counts of aggravated battery, and 2 counts of introducing contraband into a penal system. And also, he was arrested for the killing of a German woman whose decomposed body was found in New Orleans Armstrong Park with her throat slashed, prosecutors said. Now, you would think that if he got all these charges and he killed somebody, and he's already been convicted of that, why didn't his ass receive a life sentence then? That's the point I'm trying to make. And that's the point I made in the beginning of the video about him being a career criminal. You would think they would have already done away with him and got this matter on out the way. And guess what? You ain't got to worry about throwing feces on you. And the reason why I say you don't have to worry about throwing feces on you is because if they would have sent him to Angola like they should have been done a long time ago, guess what? They would not have had this problem. Because I can tell you all one thing from knowing people who went to Angola, that if you throw feces on them guards in Angola, they're going to do one thing. Come a little closer so I can tell you. They're going to beat the living hell out you. Anyway, you all let me know what you think about this story. And also, answer my question. Have you ever heard of anyone or any inmate receiving a life sentence all because they threw feces on a guard? You mean to tell me it took this man to throw boo-boo on you all for you all to see that this man needs to be locked up for the rest of his life? Think about that. Anyway, you all let me know what you think about this story. If there's anything I may have missed or misinformed, which is not my true intent, please let me know in the comment section, or you can email me and we can talk about it more there. If you like the video, push that like button. If you like the video, subscribe to the channel, become a channel member. Also share the video with your family and friends. Till next time, you all stay blessed. And I will see y'all soon on next Trey King Show. And guess what? I'm out.